Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 73 of our Colorado Rockies rebuild here on Out of the Park Baseball 26. It has been a long journey. This has been my longest running series on the channel. I imagine it will be the longest I ever have. But we are at the final season. 2033 is when we will close up shop. One last chance to make it back to the playoffs, the World Series, and add another trophy to our case. Where last we left off, we went through the offseason, had a rather interesting free agency run, signed a couple players. We traded for catcher Adley Rushman, 35 years young in this universe, been the starter for the Orioles essentially the whole time, the exception of last season, and now finds himself in Coors Field. Elsewhere in the starting rotation, if you can't beat him, sign him. Roque Gutierrez, who was the pitcher for the Nationals last year, one of the best pitchers in baseball. We have signed him to a nice little 2 year, $33 million contract. Unfortunately, after signing him, his ratings kind of dropped a bit, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm not worried at all. And then finally, in the bullpen, we drafted John Andrews in the Rule 5 draft. Get him in the building. Just your classic, really great stuff. Controls a little shaky kind of pitcher. I have a couple other guys like Kevin Teskey, Mike Stewart, who fit this similar mold. But I really like John Andrews. I think we'll get him in here and see what he can do. Lingering over our heads in all this, if we look at the salaries, is we have quite a few player option decisions coming up. The aforementioned Gutierrez has one. Kazuo Okuda, who has been our closer for the past couple seasons, he has a player option to decide on. Our ace, Luis De Leon, who has been pitching for us since 2027, he has a player option in the last year of his contract. So many decisions will be made by the players on the diamond. But before we get to any of that, we have a season to play. And if we're looking here at the preseason predictions, the game thinks will be pretty good. They have us finishing 80 and 82, which I would argue is insulting. They think the Portland Sailors, the expansion team, will win the NL West, which would be rather impressive. They went all in on their lineup. The Portland Sailors did. They got C.J. Abrams. They got Henry Davis, Brian Churio, Hyungwon Kim. Their pitching staff, though, leaves quite a bit to be desired. But nonetheless, they are in our division. So we are going to face off against an expansion team quite a bit just to see how they do. But just to give you a snapshot of our team, our lineup looks identical to last season, with one exception, obviously, Adley Rushman in at catcher. Everyone else is the same. I think the only thing that could change is left field. Santiago Munoz is our starter against righties right now. He struggled for a lot of last season, but again, he's still only 22 years old. So he's a very, very young hitter. We'll see if he can sort of have a bounce back season. Anthony Murphy is going to be sort of our swing outfielder. Similar profile to Munoz, very good defensively, leader in the clubhouse. So he might be our starting left fielder by the time we look up in a couple months. Rotation. We're running it back with four of the same crew: Luis De Leon, Richie Swain, Sandy Ozuna, and Jake Yeager, who, despite not the most impressive profile any of us have ever seen, he did pitch really well in 16 games last season. So I think he has earned the right to be a starter for us going forward. We did have to make some kind of hard calls with the back end of our bullpen. For example, A.J. Russell, who pitched 81 innings for us in the majors, he is going to start in AAA, unfortunately. He's kind of the odd man out in the bullpen right now. So he's going to start in AAA, which is rough for him, but it's kind of where we're at right now. Joe Smith also kind of waiting in the rings. We drafted him in the second round last year. He was in AA last year, did pretty well for himself. I actually am going to move him down to AA to start because we have so many bullpen arms that need playing time in AAA. And then I think Dylan Dulling can flip and go to AAA. I'll make that quick swap. I did go through off stream and kind of trim the minor leagues a bit, as you can see. I released dozens and dozens of players from various levels to sort of help some of our other guys play a lot. Since especially in that rookie ball, single A, high A realm, we had so many players. It was kind of crazy. Edgerlin Perez also is going to start in AAA. He got a little over 50 games for us last year. Was okay, but obviously with Rushman coming in, we have Murrieta as a backup. So he has been sent down. We traded Zebby Matthews to the Dodgers. This could come back to bite us, especially if Gutierrez struggles. But I think we're going to get a little younger. We're going to send Zebby off to LA, where he will inevitably pitch 6 shutout innings against us at some point. So that is our team. I think we should make the playoffs. We have one of the best pitching staffs in baseball. We have a very, very good infield. I think where we might struggle is if we have some outfield injuries. We don't have as good outfield depth, especially in AAA, as we're sort of used to. So that is certainly something to keep in mind. But yeah, my plan for this is going to be our last season of this series. Last year, we had one of the best records in baseball and lost the NLCS. Here's hoping we go a little bit farther this season. Without further ado, let us begin game one against the Miami Marlins. Anthony Murphy is going to take left field because we are going up against a lefty in Drew Gray. So let us begin the final season, the Colorado Rockies rebuild. Infield single, I'll take that as kind of an omen for how we're going to do. Andahar gets it down, and Aguilares runs to second. If that would have been a double play, I would have cursed How You Lee for generations. Charlie Condon strikes out. We're back. And Alan Ford flies out to center. So we threaten. We do not score. Story of our life. It's kind of sad that is the story of our life. All right, Luis De Leon is on the mound. His stamina, a brisk 40. John Stone, not to be confused with Snow, is aboard. Promptly grounds out. Eldridge goes down. I'm just glad Bryce Eldridge is no longer in the division. That was very annoying. He would kill us on the Giants. All right, Colby Turner gets aboard. Very nice. I think he is on home run watch this season. He hit 33 last year, 34 the year before. Who knows? Couple better months, and we could see a guy flirting with 40 home runs. They walk Max Clark. No complaints. Adley Rushman hits it deep to center. That's going to get caught very quickly. Anthony Murphy almost ground out. The Marlins already have an error, and we're in the second inning. This could get up. Aguilaris lines out. Max Clark has the speed to go to third there, so good on him. And a K's. All right, we got one run, but really should have been more. And the Marlins tie it up. But now Hao-Yu Lee and Condon are aboard. Alan Ford gets it through. We're in business. We're back in business, folks. Well, that's depressing. They get Condon at third, so the chance for more runs is going up in smoke. So Max Clark flies out to end the inning. These guys are killing me. But hey, we have the lead. Oh boy. 2 on, 2 out. Nick Golumb flies out to left. Thank you, Anthony Murphy. Rushman swing and a miss. And Murphy grounds out. Nothing there for us. Lamar Edwards Jr. is aboard, and Juan Sanchez hits it down. The Marlins have tied it up. Great throw, though. Just a touch late. And Brian Rocchio hits it down, and they are starting to get to Luis. He's only on 60 pitches, so I'm keeping him in as he walks John Stone. Boy. All right, Matos pops it up to the infield. That could have been a lot worse. But our offense needs to start scoring some runs. As Ashley Andahar is on second. Hao-Yu Lee lines out, so second is where he will stay. My 4 and 5 hitters go down. To the bottom of the fifth we go. Oh boy. Who is the error on? Luis. Well, fair enough. All right, I'm going to get Michael Ginger warming up. He is going to have a relief role this season. Obviously, he was a starter last year. I moved him to the bullpen. Mixed results, but I think he's definitely better out of the bullpen. So Ike Irish goes down looking. You know what? You can get Hightower. I believe in you. My belief was betrayed in that moment as Hightower hits a 2-run shot. All right. Down 4-2 to the Marlins. Gindra to clean up. And he gets Lamar swinging. All right. Well, that sucked. Colby Turner is on third. Only 1 out. Rushman gets it down and left. Okay, we get one back. See if Anthony Murphy can get us something. Nope, swing and miss. And down goes Aguilares. All right. I'm going to leave Ginger in for the sixth. Juan Sanchez is aboard. I'm not worried. See? No reason to panic. Nothing for us in the seventh or for the Marlins. I'm going to get both Mike Stewart and Kevin Teskey warming up, depending on if we score some runs here. Alan Ford hits it deep to right and gone. Tie ball game, our first home run of the season. Very nice for the designated hitter. Surprisingly, the second slowest guy on our team could not beat that out. I don't know. In the animation, it looked like Max Clark beat out that throw, but alas, there is no coach's challenge in this game. I feel like if there was, people would just spam it left, right, and center. All right, we're going to bring on Mike Stewart to face the bottom of the Marlins order. Clean from him. I'm going to get both Gage Wood and our closer, Okuda, warming up. They're sticking lefty, so I'm sticking with Anthony Murphy. And he lies out to left. Not a good game from him. Aguilares pops up. All right, Andahar, you're my only hope. He gets it down and right. So the go-ahead run is on first. Lee hits it up to center, but that's going to get grabbed. All right. Bottom of the ninth. I'm going to sit Okuda down. We're going to give Gage Wood the ball for the ninth. And then if it goes to extras, Okuda gets the 10th. Well, that was the most depressing animation ever. The limited range of Lee. Okay, let's relax now. They're not wrong. He really is one of the worst defensive second basemen in baseball. Quite sad. All right, 2 down. Here's Eldridge. Hits it to center. Caught. All right. Opening day, and we're going to extra innings. Long live the Rockies. All right. Here's Charlie Condon. Lines out to center. Lee does not go to third. Alan Ford grounds out. Does advance the runner, but that's a bad trade. They walk Colby Turner, which, fair. Max Clark goes down. We can't even score the ghost runner. All right, Okuda's coming in. Nick Glumb up first. Strikes out looking. Very good. Here's Ike Irish. Great name. Swing and a miss. Cobb Hightower. He's got a home run already, and he hits it through here. Max Clark throws it home. Not in time. The Marlins walk us off. Disappointing fashion. Yeah, I mean, that sucked. Yeah, I mean, we just left way too many guys on base. Condon left 5 on, so did Lee. Alan Ford left 4. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Yeah, we left 27 men on. Yikes. Can I get a yikes? All right, fresh scouting reports on a handful of players whose accuracy we'd drop down to high. No change for Marietta. Mike Stewart. Oh boy. Yeah, it just looks like his stuff isn't as good as we thought, which is, not nothing because his control is only a 40. So if the stuff drops, he's looking like a lot worse reliever. Condon, no change. Alan Ford, no change, but he is stuck at 45 now for the past couple months. And Joey Broughton, no change. But man, his potential for a year there was a 60. Now it's all the way down to a 45. Ain't that depressing? All right. Well, we move on to game two. Cade Horton on the mound. We got Richie Swain. Munoz is going to be in left field for us. Nothing for us in the first, though the Marlins again have an error. Solo shot from Colby Turner. That'll play. And Munoz grounds out to Strand Clark. But hey, let the record show we have the lead. Wow, the Marlins have another error as Andahar is aboard. How you Lee lines out. He's killing me. Soft grounder from Condon. Down he goes. Da 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 da. Nothing for us in the fourth. Luis Matos is aboard though. Eldridge, thank you for popping up. Also, shout out Andahar for jumping in the background. And Galumb is thrown out. Okay, to the fifth. Let's see if Rushman can get us going. He hits it deep to left and gone. A solo shot. Bradley Rushman, which that is really good because something we talked about when we acquired him, whoops, was I pull up his stats here. All of last season, he only hit 2 home runs in 83 games and 50 starts. So his power completely disappeared. So getting that back for us would be very nice. Munoz gets aboard with a line drive. All right, let's keep it going. Aguilaris, you're killing me. Killing me, Smalls. Here's Andahar. And he lines out. How you Lee lines out to center. Once again, we threaten. We don't score the runner. Rocchio is aboard. Wild pitch moves into third. And he walks Juan Sanchez. But Stone strikes out. That's huge. Very good, very good. All right, Swain is already at 86 pitches. So I'm going to get Joey Broughton warming up in case there's trouble. Matos goes down, but Swain's at 94. Ah. All right, Irish is aboard. That's going to be it for Swain. Pretty good outing from him, but the pitch count just caught up to him there at the end. Eldridge gets it down. I acknowledge that Andahar just had an error, but, I don't want to. That's clutch infield pop up from Lamar Edwards. Very good. Here's Hightower. And he pops it foul. Whew. That could have been disastrous. But we got out of it clean. Clean 7th from Joey. Very good. We're going to have Gastelum take the 8th. But first, a third error from the Marlins. Ayuli and Condon both aboard. And Colby hits into a double play. There goes that. All right. Good work from Joey ish. We'll bring Luis on for the 8th. And 2 runners are already aboard. It's fine. Cruz lines out. Don't walk, the bases loaded. He did? Oh boy. I'll let him face Hightower. And Hightower rifles it to the wall. That's going to score at least 2, maybe all 3. And it scored all 3. They get Hightower at third, but the damage is done. The lead has evaporated into mist as Luis Castellum blew that. All right. Down by 1. And they walk Max Clark, who is obviously going for the steal here. Gets it clean. Very good. Oh, no, the error. He's all the way to third. Rushman pops out to left. That's not going to be deep enough for Clark, I think. Never mind, it was. He's the fastest man in the West. All right, let's get Okuda warming back up. All the cheese. Munoz goes down. Come on, Aguilaris. Nope. All right. Aguilaris pops up. I'm going to go Okuda. John Stone is aboard. I'm not worried. All right. Irish pops out. Very good. Okay. We're in extras once again. Man alive. If we lose the first 2 games this season, both in extra innings, I'm going to cry. All right. Aguilaris is at third with 1 out. How you Lee hits it up the middle. That'll score Christian. Very, very good. Come on, Condon. Well, fielder's choice there helps no one. Allen strikes out swinging. All right, we score 1. I could just have Okuda keep pitching. He is only on 8 pitches. Let's have him face Eldridge. Got him swinging. Very good. John Cruz lines out to third. Lamar Edwards Jr., the Marlins' last hope. And he hits it back up the middle. The runner scores. Deja vu playing in the background. Man. All right, Kevin's going to come in to face Hightower. Swing and a miss. All right. To the 11th, I am going to pinch run for Alan Ford for reasons that should be obvious. We're going to have CJ Sampson take it. Colby Turner up to the plate. The most depressing pop-up any of us have ever seen. All right, Max. All right, they walk Max. Here's Rushman. And they walk him too. Bases are loaded for Santiago Munoz. He hits it up to left field and gone. Grand slam for the 22-year-old. 384 feet. That is an 8-4 ball game. That'll do. That'll do quite nicely. Here's Andahar. He gets it down, maybe we're not done. Never mind. Highly struck out. We're done. All right. 4-run cushion, Kevin. He gets Rocchio swinging. Juan Sanchez lines out. Stone soft grounder to third. Colby's throw in time. We take game 2, 8-4. Goodness gracious. Yeah, Gastelum got obliterated there, which is quite rough. Fresh report on Luis. Uh-oh. His current stuff dropped, but his movement increased, which I think I'll take that trade-off. Carter Johnson, backup infielder. No change. Whoops. Oh, boy. Yeah, no. Adley Rushman. I mean, his overall potential dropped, but as long as these numbers stay the same, I don't quite care. Because Rushman, let's be frank, he's only here for 1 year anyway. So I'm not too concerned about his overall potential. All right, game 3 of the series. Will we have back-to-back-to-back extra inning games? That would be quite funny, as Hao-Yu Lee is stranded at second. Once again, Sandy Ozuna on the mound. Did not have a great year last year. Really high BABIP, ERA 4.4. We'll see if he can bounce back here. And already an error. Who by? Colby Turner at third. The Marlins get 2 runs to show for it. Nothing. Oh boy, it's 4-0. Why did I hit that button? You ever hit a button you regret it? That was me. All right, that'll be it for Sandy. Yeah, I hit around quite a bit. John Andrews, Rule 5 draft pick, making his MLB debut. And he strikes out Lamar Edwards Jr. Down goes Hightower. Come on, Lee, give me something. All right. Nice line drive to open. We're okay. Condon. Sub 100 batting average, but we're going to ignore that. And Colby hits into a fielder's choice. Methinks the bats have finally gone quiet, which is a shame. All right, clean seventh from John. We'll bring on Mike for the eighth. Munoz and Aguilares are aboard. And Andahar pops up. Not much there. All right, good job from John Andrews. 2 innings, no hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, 2 Ks. Here's Mike for the eighth. Oh boy, Bryce Eldridge has scored a man. All right, bottom of the ninth. Nothing for us. We lose 5-0, only 3 hits, and it was from our 1-2-3 hitters. Oh boy. Not great. All right, new report. How you Lee? Uh-oh. His contact has gone down. That's not nothing for a guy who just recently turned 30, but you know, he's sort of the least of my concerns. Dexter Ramos. Cool. Trying to remind myself if I ordered these reports or if it was the AI. We'll never know. All right, San Diego Padres. Hello. Gutierrez on the mound for us. Brady Murrieta is in to take catching duties in place of Rushman. You got this. See? I'm not worried at all, he says, terrified. Ugh. Munoz, come on, man. All right, Murrieta. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Nothing for him in the second. If they want to walk Condon on 4 pitches, I am not going to complain. Full count. And he struck out. Oh, Charlie. He's certainly had better starts to the season. I think we have to say that. Oh my God, Andahar. Another error. And they get both runs. So we're down 2-0. We still only have 2 hits through 5. Oh, a solo shot from Martinez. And another solo shot. Oh, they're hitting Gutierrez. Wow. Okay. Early results for the Gutierrez signing poor, as he has allowed 6 runs and has yet to get out in the 5th inning. There we go. He's gotten 2. Tim Batchelder strikes out looking, but holy. that was a bit scary. Down 6-0. Not looking good. Here's Condon. You walked him. Alan Ford swings on the 3-1 and is promptly out. And Colby Turner hits into yet another fielder's choice. All right, Kevin gets the sixth. Ah, you dude. Thank you. All right, he gave me the seventh too. What a good man. We'll bring on Gage Wood for the eighth. Ooh, Aguilares. And how you are aboard. And Charlie Condon hits it down. Folks, bases are loaded for Alan Ford, DH extraordinaire, who promptly strikes out. Thank you, Alan. Thank you. Appreciate it. And Colby grounds out into, you guessed it, a fielder's choice. Bases loaded, 1 out. No runs to show for it. Gage Wood with a clean eighth. We scored a run, but we lose anyway. Tragic affair. Munoz got another homer, which I'll take, but Gutierrez got destroyed. Yeah, not a great start to the season from the pitching staff thus far. Ooh, okay, fresh report on Kevin Elliott, who's been in AAA for like 2 years at this point. Oh, yeah, he's getting worse. That's a shame. Yeah, I think unfortunately there's just not going to be much of a place for him. But, you never know. Injuries and whatnot, knock on wood. Anybody tired? Nobody's tired. I am going to give Alan Ford the day off. We're going to DH How You Lee. Carter Johnson is going to take second and bat ninth. So I'm going to give Alan Ford the day off. And Har's aboard. And How You Lee strikes out. Condon walks. Colby K's. Nothing doing there for the lad. All right, Jake Yeager into pitch. And immediately allows a solo shot from Alex Freeland. We're back. We're back and better than ever, folks. Man alive. Also, OBS is currently breaking before my eyes. All right, looks like we're okay. Carter Johnson, first at bat of the season. Grounds out to short. Fair enough. All right. Yeah, we have certainly looked better as a baseball team than we do through these first couple series. We can't have the last season be like anticlimactic and miss the playoffs. I will not allow it. Colby Turner, 2-run shot. Thank you, sir. And Jake Yeager allows another run. Alex Freeland is aboard. It's not looking good. Let's see if he can get Ruddle. He could. Looked terrifying there, like the ball was about to sail over the fence. But we got him. We're looking okay. Solo shot from Rushman. He has already tied his home run total from last season. And he played 50 games last season. This time he's played in what, 4? Oh, man. What a time, eh? You got this, Jake. Get Batchelder. There we go. Gets him to pop up. All right. Really shaky start. But at least Jake put together a clean inning there at the end. I understand that is quite the low bar. Jindra coming in for the 6th. And we have an error. Who by? Andahar. He has had 3 errors in 5 games. I don't think I need to tell you what pace that's on for. Soft grounder to the pitcher. Ginger's throw is not in time. Bases are loaded. We need an infield pop up or double play. Hit to second. Home for one. First, not in time. Objection, Your Honor. That animation, he was clearly out. A strikeout from Brito ends the inning anyway. Oh, man, that was close. Thank you, Ginger. All right, Munoz is aboard. Let's go. Rushman grounds out, but it does advance Munoz. Let's see if Carter can bring him home. Nope. Swing and miss. Aguilares lines out to center, and that's that. Runner on third with 1 out. And we fail to score him. Killing me. All right, Michael. Oh, Michael. Joey, 2 on, 2 out. I believe in you. See? Clean. We're okay. There we go. Andahar, how you Lee at the corners. Condon hits it to center. That's going to be caught, but that should score Andahar, no question. Camera refuses to show it, but he does score. So we have tied it up. Colby Turner gets it down. Let's go. Max Clark pops it up. Come on, man. Munoz hits it into left, and it's down. 1 run will score. Colby Turner does not go to third, which, is fair. He's the slower one. And Rushman grounds out. All right. We get 2 runs and the lead. I think I'm going to leave Joey Broughton in for the 8th if I can, because he's only on 5 pitches. And he immediately allows the leadoff double. Man. All right, he gets Grisham. Now here is Casey Jagad, as I like to call him. Grounds out. I will take that trade because now there's 2 outs with Brito up. Joey can't get him. Tie game. Oh, our entire pitching staff right now is left much to be desired. As Scott Burns gets it down. All right, he's done. Get him out of here. Good throw, just not nearly in time. All right, Gastelum to face Nick Wilson. And he walked him. Oh, boy. Here's Tim Batchelder. Hits it to Carter, to first. They get him. Well, it was a bad inning. It could have been a lot worse. But now we are here. Top of the 9th. And they walk Carter Johnson. Okay. Aguilares swing and a miss. Andahar swing and a miss. Wild pitch moves Carter. That's not nothing. A line drive, we take the lead. How you Lee hits it deep to left. Does it have the distance? Yes, it does. Ignore the fact that we couldn't see it because of the camera and the stadium. Very good. 2-run shot. The lead is ours. Charlie Condon gets it through. We're not done. We're not done here. Thank you, sir. May I have another. Never mind. We are actually done. As Colby Turner grounds out. All right, 2-run lead. We're going to Okuda. Gutierrez first, and then Manny Machado batting ninth for the Padres. That just feels wrong. What is Machado's like? Oh yeah, because they did that thing where they extend him like 2 years into the original contract. What silly gooses. The AI really does some stupid things on occasion. Machado, though, does get it down in the left. So the tying run is now at the plate. Freeland pops it up. Very nice. All right. Jeff Grisham. Hits it to short. Andahar can't get it. It's not great. Big that Machado couldn't go to third there. Here's Rodriguez. Swing and a miss. We take the game 7-5. Very nice, lads. Very good. I'm still a little bit scared about our pitching, but it's fine. All right. I am going to sim the finale of the series with Luis De Leon on the mound. We lose 2-3. Luis De Leon pitches pretty well, but Gage Wood gave up a run at the end. And we only had 6 hits the whole game. Not much you can do there. Two and 4 through 6 is not good. Hashtag analysis. Let's see if we can do some damage here. Another divisional series against the Diamondbacks. Anybody tired? Nobody's tired. I am going to have Munoz face the lefty because I want to see how he does. I am going to give... And I don't think I want to give Condon a day off. Nah, I'll let him hit. Let's rock and roll. Richie Swain on the mound. Easy, clean first inning. Andahar is aboard. Condon. Soft grounder to second. He might beat it out. He does not. He did not. That was not even close. Words cannot describe how sad that was. Clean second. All right, Allen. Hit the baseball. Not only did he hit the baseball, but he hit it out of the park. I should clap for my players more often. So we take the lead 1-0. Thank you, Allen. Appreciate it. Colby Turner goes down swinging. Max Clark does get it down. Run, Forrest. I think I am going to have him run on Rodriguez. Whether he wants to or not is a separate discussion. Which the answer seems to be he just doesn't want to. Which, fair enough. Who am I to? Fine. Rushman, hit the bottom of the park. Or line out to third. Suppose that's also on the table. Quit! Hey, that's 2. One more pickoff attempt. You have to get him or it's a free base. Yeah, and he gets the steal anyway. We're okay. We are A-okay. Munoz. Duh. All that work to advance Max Clark, and it gets me nothing. Nada. Zip. And another error. If I see Andahar's name, Rushman. You're killing me, Adley. Oh, that's going to get down. All right. Diamondbacks have tied it up. Chino Groover, my arch nemesis. He gets it down. That'll probably score lane. And it does. I don't know why he cut that throw off. I feel like if he doesn't, we might have got him. And Miller gets it down. Man alive. Well, we got bailed out there by some bad base running, but that was not a good inning. Aguilaris and Andahara aboard. Let's go. Very good from Hou Lee. Bases are loaded. Charlie Condon hits it to third for second for one for first for two. Man, this guy kills me. He's killing me this season. Well, we score one, but with bases loaded, no outs, only getting one is a travesty. And solo shot from Braidwine. Two more runners are aboard. Richie, I'm going to need you to pitch better. And he hit him. I mean, I'm going to leave Richie in there. Like, he could, if he is our future ace, which is what we think him to be, he needs to get out of these. But he just allowed a 2 RBI single, so not looking too great for him. As Lane Jr. hits it up to left, that is caught by Munoz. And Ben Williamson doesn't go to third. Groover grounds out. All right, once again, the offense has to dig us out of a hole that the pitching staff has careened us into. As Colby and Max are aboard, Rushman lines out. All right, Munoz, let's go. They're bringing in a righty, which is perfect, and Munoz gets it through. Very good, very good, very good. All right, we get one back. And Aguilaris gets it down. I thought the left fielder had that easily. What is Slade Caldwell's range? Yeah, it's a 65. Like, you're telling me he doesn't have that? I mean, I'm not going to complain. So Rushman flies out to center. The throw going home. Never mind. They don't even throw. Fair enough. Tie ball game. And Hou Lee grounds out to end the inning. Moment of silence for him. All right, tie ball game. We're going to get John Andrews warming up in case there's trouble in the fifth. And he's walked Travis Miller. I think there's going to be trouble. Man. We've gone through our entire rotation already and a bit more, and my starting pitchers just don't have it. There we go. Second for one, no throw. So be it. All right, John Andrews coming in to face Miguel Rodriguez. They ran on Rushman. Fair enough. And he walked him. There we go. He gets Roper swinging. Williamson. Down he goes. Very nice from Andrews, the Rule 5 draft pick. Looking very good. Nothing for us in the fifth. Let's get Mike Stewart warming. God, Groover is the bane of my existence. I need someone to trade for him and get him out of my division. I'll let Andrews face Travis Miller, and that'll be it. All right, he got him looking very good. Let's bring Mike Stewart in to face Brandivine, and it gets him swinging. Very good work from the bullpen. Now, can the bottom of my order give me something? Max Clark could not. What about Adley Rushman? Nope. Munoz gets aboard. He's had a very nice start to the season. Boy, quit trying to pick off my guy. And Aguilera's grounds out. I'm not saying that Aguilera's batting average of 125 is starting to scare me, but it's not. Clean seventh from Mike. Very good. We're going to have Gastelum warm up for the eighth. Hey, 2-run shot from Alan Ford. That'll play. All right, Gastelum, redemption. Good man. Ooh, we got an insurance run. Maybe we get some more. Never mind. Aguilera struck out. He's killing me. Killing me, Smalls. All right, they walk and a har. And how you lose strikes out. All right, Okuda coming in for the save. Clean from him. We get the win. 8-5. Again, our bullpen did great. 4 2/3 shutout innings, 3 hits, 3 walks, 6 Ks. Very good from them. Munoz had 3 hits. Alan Ford had not one, but 2 home runs in this game. That'll do. All right, let us play game 2 with Ozuna on the mound. Then I'll sim. Holy moly, my entire team. So my entire team is tired. That's cool. That's cool. So I need a what? Center fielder and a shortstop. So here's what I'm gonna do. Ao Yu Lee is gonna take second. Carter Johnson takes short. Aguilaris is gonna take center, I think, or do I want Murphy? Nah, let's have Aguilaris. Aguilaris takes center. Everything else is okay. Actually, no. Let's limit the fielding on this. Let's have Murphy take center. Alan Ford in right field. I don't want him in the outfield because he's bad at it, but so be it. And then let's have Colby Turner get the bat. He can DH. Yeah, that's my plan. I don't know how good of a plan it is, but this way there's only one tired guy in the field. All right, Sandy Ozuna on the mound. Let's party. There we go. CJ Sampson, solo shot. Well done, sir. Alan Ford gets it through. Things we love to see. I love just looking at my substitution page and I saw everyone is tired. But alas, what can you do? And Allen hits it toward the wall. How you Lee does have some speed, but I doubt he went for. He did go first to home. Nice of the camera to show me. 2-0. And Colby walks. Munoz hits it deep to left and gone. This is a bit presumptuous. I think we have our left fielder. The man already has 3 home runs, 11 RBIs. He's hitting 430 batting average. Come on. Come on. All right. We're up 5-0. That's a decent cushion for Ozuna. 6-0 solo shot, Carter Johnson. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Ozuna's getting hit. Stott with an RBI double. My arch nemesis Groover lines out. That will score one. And Miller swinging a miss. Okay. I mean, they do get 2 runs, but yeah, it could have been worse. Nothing for us in the third, or the fourth, or the fifth. Suddenly, this has turned into a pitcher's duel. Let's get Ginger warming up. Ideally, if Ozuna can get me the sixth, I think we're in business. But I really don't want him to get hit here. So I need to, at a certain point, I can't be using 4 bullpen arms every game. There we go. He gets Miller swinging. Very good start from Ozuna. So I think then instead of Gingera, I'm going to get Joey Broughton warming up for the 7th. That is my plan. May it succeed as Alan Ford pops up. And Colby Turner hits it all the way to the wall. That'll do. That'll do nicely. Munoz grounds out the third. All right, Marietta, hit the baseball. And he does into center field. That should score Colby. And it does. Good work from the backup catcher. And Carter Johnson flies out. All right. We get an extra insurance run for our trouble. Good start from Ozuna. Joey. Buddy. Well, the bases are loaded with no outs. This could get fun. Mora hits it to third. They go home for one. Nothing at first, but I'll take that any day of the week. See if we can get Roper. Lines out to left. That does score one. Williamson hits it up to center. Murphy is there. Got it. Whew. Bases loaded, no outs. They only got 1 run. I'll take that in a heartbeat. Let's get Kevin Teskey for the 8th. Clean inning from him. Marietta. No, 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 no. 1 hit, that's all I'm going to get from him. All right, now I get Jindra for the 9th. Rodriguez is aboard. I mean, I'll trade outs for runs. So if they want to sack fly their way to victory, not going to complain. Roper walked on 4 pitches. Williamson hits it up to center. That's going to get over Murphy. All right, Diamondbacks have life. The lead is now 3. Bryson Stott, swing and a miss. All right, we get the win 7-4. Looked a little shaky there. Bullpen, not their best day. But hey, 3 hits from CJ Sampson. Very, very good from him. Nobody claimed infielder Luis Marquez, so to AAA he goes. All right, let's sim the Diamondbacks finale with Gutierrez on the mound. We win 6-5. 3-hit day from Aguilares, thank God. Carter Johnson, CJ Sampson, both with a couple of hits. Oh, Gastelum again. I'm a little scared. Between y'all and me, I'm a little scared that Gastelum is both literally and figuratively lost a bit of his fastball. Okuda got hit too. Man, our guys like Gutierrez pitched great, and then everyone in the bullpen came in and just sucked. So let us save. All right, let's do a quick check in here. So we currently sit 5-4, very illustrious record. Oh, good. We're 5-4. So are the Giants and the Dodgers. Padres and Sailors are 4-5. Very good. Everyone in the league is 5-4 right now. Congrats on the Austin Explorers, the other expansion, or no, not the other expansion team. Nashville Knights are. The Explorers were the Kansas City Royals. They're 8-1. Good for them. All right, expansion team, the Portland Sailors. Let's dance. We have Jake Yeager on the mound. CJ Abrams already injured. They're having him pitch through it. Fair enough. I'm going to give Alan Ford the day off. We're going to have Colby Turner DH and bat 5th. And then CJ Sampson will take 3rd and bat 9th. Try to get him some more at bats here. And then Aguilares, he's had 5 hits in the past 2 games, so hopefully he's, turning the corner. Oh, God, what is this camera? Well, okay. Talking about a top-down view. Get a good look at Portland's little ballpark here. It looks like there is a massive biblical-sized wall behind center field. Look at that. Are we just sealed in with concrete? Like the wall of Jericho itself. Oh boy, as they walk both Aguilares and Andahar. What is this background of the stadium? I know it's not like a texture rendering error, but that's kind of what it looks like. As Hao Yu Lee gets an RBI double to his name. Oh, this is going to be weird. It just looks like they put a massive wall that just cuts into the stadium over here on the left. Oh, boy. And Condon strikes out. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for showing up. Colby Turner hits a home run. Huzzah. Into what can only be described as just the bricks. Oh, we're up 4-0 early. I can't get over this ballpark. Marietta grounds out. I mean, to be fair, if if Murray, I expect Murrieta to be the worst hitter on our team. Like, he's our backup catcher. He's here for his defense and the fact that he's a captain. So, him not hitting is expected. However, he has had to play in more games than I would have thought. I think Adley Rushman might not have the stamina we thought as they hit Aguilaris very rudely. How you Lee gets it down. Very good, sir. Runners at the quarters. Come on, Charlie. Hits it up to right, but that's going to be caught. All right. We go to the second inning. Clean from Jake. Aguilaris is aboard again. We're getting on base a bunch, but since that first inning, we've had nothing. Uh-oh. CJ Abrams and Aiden Smith are aboard. Kareem Ayebi, my old friend, flew out to right. They have Kareem. Hi, buddy. Yeah, he was in Albuquerque for us for like 3 years. Never really was in contention to play at the majors. And now he's their right fielder. Or at least backup. Good for him. Good for Kareem. The Curaçaoan. That's all right. Hayuli is walked. Condon with the softest of ground. The animation there looked hilarious. Where like had their pitcher kind of dive to the side and just throw the ball wildly. And then Colby hits into a double play, so the end result is effectively the same, unless. Never mind, Max Clark grounded out. Killing me, Smalls. Killing me. All right. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Oh, an error. Who by? Andahar. He's at 4 errors. We are in the second week of games. And I mean, we don't really have a backup plan at shortstop. Like defensively, I should say. Like Andahar is pretty good defensively. Oh, Acuna. Wow, the Portland Explorers have quite a few of our old friends. They have Luis Angel Acuna, who was with me for a few years, has a World Series ring. Yeah, he was with the Padres for a bit. Now it's with them. Nothing for us in the sixth. I'm gonna get who do I want? Kevin Teskey warming up. No trouble at all for Jake in the sixth. I will pull him here though, I think. I don't want to risk anything bad happening. So 6 shutout innings from Jake. We love to see it. Clean seventh. Runners at the corners. Munoz, though, pops out to right. Old friend Kareem heartlessly catching the ball. Murrieta lines out. Wonder what was the expected average on that hit. All right. Ideally, Kevin, can you give me the eighth? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right. He gets Almanza. Very good, sir. See if you can get Abrams. Nope. Well, there goes our shutout. But so be it. I think I'm not going to mess around. We're just going to go right to Mike Stewart to face Henry Davis. A double play here would be glorious. Hits it to short, but Andahar can't get it. Oh, bullpen implosion, how I've missed you. All right, they get the trailing runner at third, which is huge. And Aiden Smith goes down looking. Okay. Yeah, Okuda is too tired, so we're gonna have Gage Wood go for the save. Unless we score, a couple insurance runs. Never saying no to that. My hitters, however, are saying no to that, actually. They're morally against, evidently. Here's Andahar. All right, they walked him. How you Lee hits it deep to center and gone. There's my two insurance runs. Very, very good. We're up 6-2. And Condon grounds out. All right. So it's no longer a save situation. So I'd prefer to just leave Mike in for the ninth. But then two runners got aboard. So we'll have Gage Wood come on to face Acuna. Old friends. So Acuna pops it up. Max is there. No problem. Robert Leal. A balk? Please. Please. Also, that is the worst camera view in the history of the world. And Leal strikes out. All right, good news is we got the win. But man, I think I have out of 10, I'm about a 6 in terms of worrying about my bullpen. But we'll see. I mean, Howley 3 hits. Max Clark had a pair. Nothing really from Aguilaris, which is not nothing, I would say. All right. All right. Calendar ticks over to April. Oh, look at all the pluses. Oh, no. Jeff Spencer. Oh, no. He got worse. He got a lot worse. I mean, stamina increase is good, but both his potential stuff and control dropped by quite a bit. And that was our first round pick last year. Not good. I mean, he's going to be in double A for a bit, I think, this season because my triple A rotation is pretty set. Joe Smith also looks like, yeah, Joe Smith, I think, might be a draft pick we look back on regretting because we took him with our essentially supplemental pick in the second round. But I mean, since we've drafted him, because what scouting report would that have been? This one. So since we drafted him, his stuff potential is dropped by 15, movement potential by 5, control potential by 20. That's not great. Yeah, and we had, I think, high accuracy for him in the draft. Conrad Kellen loses control. Yeah, Kellen, I think, unfortunately, might be destined for a long relief role, which is a little bit of a shame because I liked his profile. Dana Fink is getting a bit better, but I mean, the man struck out 172 times in Double A. I don't know what you want from me at that point. Yeah, we'll see. All right. A little bit iffy results there. Edwin Valdez, the 21-year-old I got in AAA right now, he is a DH, which, isn't nothing. All right. Condon is tired. So CJ Sampson will take first. I'm going to give Aguilaris the day off. And we're going to have Anthony Murphy lead off. Munoz takes left. Bat sixth. Everybody else is as equal. Let's rock and roll. Anthony Murphy, no hits so far this season, which, less than ideal. I think we can all agree on that. So this would be a good time for, a nice 3-hit game. Get us rocking, get us rolling. Looking unlikely as he lines out there. But Andahar and Hauli are aboard off of a Portland error. Alan Ford lines out. And Colby Turner K's. All right, we strand 2. Nothing for him in the first or the second. But Murphy and Andahar are aboard for Hauli, who strikes out. Alan Ford walks. All right. Bases loaded. Colby. Bang. Sack fly, It gets the job done, but it's not exciting. And Munoz struck out. Bases loaded. 1 out. We only get the 1 run. Not good. As they have 2 aboard with 2 outs. Leal lines out to center. We're okay. How many pitches is Luis on? 40 through 3. I've seen worse. Rushman Murphy are aboard. Andahar gets it down. Rushman, not the quickest catcher any of us have ever seen. Which that is how Hauli grounds into a fielder's choice. That is, I think, one of the big downsides of going with Rushman over, say, keeping Edgelin Perez, is Perez was very quick for a catcher. And so now in our lineup, Colby Turner is not fast. Alan Ford is very slow. Rushman's very slow. It's not nothing. It's 2 rare aboard, no outs, including old friend Kareem Ayubi. Back-to-back Ks. They do get a run in error. Colby Turner at third. Yeah, but then he gets a solo shot. So, it's fine. Uh-oh. 2 on, 2 out. Ayubi, swing and a miss. Very good. And if you want to walk Anthony Murphy, which they do. 2 on, 1 out. Here's Andahar. Hits it up to center. That's going to be the easiest catch of Leal's life. That's going to get down, though. Run, Rushman. Run like the wind in the sands of time. All right, bases loaded. Alan Ford gets it through. Thank you. Thank you, Alan. 3-1 now. Colby hits it up to center. That's down. Murphy is going to score. The throw is not in time. Hauli stayed at third. Questionable decision there from him. But so be it. Soft grounder up the middle, and Munoz beats it 5-1. All right, I think since we're starting to put runs on, I'm going to have Joey Broughton come in for the 6th. I was originally going to let Luis take it, but I think I'll just get him out. That's my plan. Yeah, he's at 84. He's done. All right, Joey, give me the 6th. Good man. And the 7th. Okay, never mind. 2 on, 2 out. John Andrews to face old friend Kareem Ayubi. And he gets him to pop up. Very good. Very good, very good, very good. Solo shot from Hauli. Very good. Let's have Carter Johnson get the bat here for Allen. Hits it back up the middle. Thrown out. How dare you? All right, John. Uh-oh. 2 on. Bases loaded, no outs. Can I get an uh-oh spaghetti-o? Kim hits it to first. They go home. They do get Espinoza, which is good. I would have preferred there CJ Sampson go for just the straight double play of second for one, first for two. Curio lines out. The throw in. Not in time. Almanza makes it home. All right, that'll be it for Andrews. Gage Wood to face Barroso. Swing and a miss. All right. That could have been worse. I mean, don't get me wrong. Could have been better. It could have been worse. Nothing. All right, Gage. There we go. All right, we get the win 6-2. Very good. I mean, the bottom of our order, bottom three went a combined 0 for 13. So that doesn't particularly help matters much, but so be it. Take away the error. Broughton has a shutout. So that is what it is. We'll sim the finale of the Portland series. Oh! That, folks, is why I don't like simming games. Everyone got hit. Richie Swain gave up 7 runs. Ginger gives up 3. John Andrews, the AI, pitches on back-to-back days. He gives up 2. Mike Stewart gives up 2. Kevin Tesicki gives up 1. Ay, 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 ay. Well, that was painful. That was a bit rough. Richie, you care to comment? Good sir? Do you want to talk about it? Man, 1 2/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, or excuse me, 6 hits, 3 walks, 7 runs. Goodness gracious. All right, now we face the Phillies. We're going to sim game 1 with Ozuna on the mound. We win it 4-3. Very good. Aguilares has 3 hits. We might be starting to turn the corner for Aguilares this season. They get to Ozuna a bit, but pretty good from the bullpen. Okuda gets a save. Gage Wood gets the hold. All right, game 2. Nobody should be tired. The man has a 196 on-base percentage, but a 400 slug. Oh, what a truly hilarious ratio. All right. We got Gutierrez on the mound. Let's see what the Phillies have for us. All right. They walk Condon. 2 on for Allen, who rifles it to center. That's going to be caught pretty easily. Uh-oh. 2 on, 2 out. Santana rounds out. We're okay. All right. Max Clark's on third. Rushman swinging a miss. Munoz grounds out to short. Once again, we have a runner on third, 1 out. Can't bring him around. 'Tis quite sad. James Trontos, old friend, is aboard and will score here. Wonder how he's been doing. Remember when I thought James Trontos was our future left fielder? That was fun. Yep. Traded him to the Phillies. He didn't do good. Did okay last year. But yeah, I mean, I think he's your classic, like, he doesn't have a lot of power. So all you're banking on is that contact and the avoid Ks. Oi! Another error as I accidentally hit the half inning button. Aguilaris this time. All right, Ford is aboard. And they hit Colby. Please don't be injured. Thank you. Clark hits it to right. Does not have the distance. Rushman hits it up to center. That's over the head of the center fielder. That'll score Rushman. Colby looks like he's coming in, and he is there without a throw. 3-2. Very good from Rushman there. That's his 10th RBI on the season. And Munoz lines out. But we get 2 back. Gutierrez is on 71 pitches. I don't have the bullpen for this man. All right, he gets me the 5th, thankfully, at least. That's something. I'm going to kind of keep pitching him. Let's see if he can get Triantos. Gets him to pop up. Very good. Cal Raleigh. Break my heart. Swing and a miss. All right, last batter he faces. Hartshorn. Strikes out looking very good from Gutierrez there to give me 2 more innings of good work. There we go. Alan Ford gets it down. Condon advances. I am going to pinch run for Allen. We're going to have CJ Sampson pinch run for him at first. All right, they get the fielder's choice there, but it does score the tying run. And Max Clark lines out. That might advance Sampson. It does not. That was a heck of a throw from Mendez. And Rushman pops up anyway, so it matters not. All right. Well, we tie it up. And now we turn to the bullpen. Luis Castellum for the 7th. Guzman's aboard, 2 outs. Nick Kurtz, swing and a miss. Down he goes. Very good from Castellum there. I don't have that many bullpen arms available, so extra innings does not help me here. Munoz pops out. Aguilera strikes out. He's 0 for 4. Andahar, soft grounder. He beats it out with ease. How's Cal Raleigh's arm? 55. I'm running Andahar. That was a very long play-by-play for a. I mean, if they want to walk, oi, quit trying to pick off Andahar. There we go. Andahar gets the steal. So a line drive could score him. But instead, Howley grounds out to third. Nothing doing. All right. We go to the 8th. John Andrews, shut him down. Oh, boy. He does not. They get a run for their trouble. But we get 2. Colby Turner, 2-run shot. Very good, sir. Let's get Okuda ready. Adley Rushman grounds out, but it advances the runner, I suppose. All right, Munoz, come on. Hits it deep to left. They're not going to get there. That's going to score Max. 2-run ball game now. See if Aguilaris can get him home. Nope, swing and a miss. All right, not a good day for Christian. We're going to go to Okuda for the save. Mr. Guzman pops up to second. PCA, don't walk him. He did not. Gets him to line out to right. Phillies down to their last out, and it's Nick Kurtz. And soft grounder. Down he goes. All right, good win. 6-4. Again, bullpen. John Andrews looked shaky, but Gastella Makuda held it down. I'm really glad Gutierrez could get me those 2 extra innings after he got shelled for 3 in the fourth. That was really helpful. All right, finale against the Phillies. Let's go right into it here. Rushman is tired again. Stop me if you've heard that before. We're going to have Anthony Murphy take right field. He's going to lead off. Aguilaris gets the day to sit on the bench and think about his life. And Jake Yeager has allowed 2 runs already. Scratch that. He has allowed 4 runs already. Oh my God, it's about to get even worse. I mean, I don't have the bullpen arms to bring guys out in the third, so Jake's just going to have to eat this, I guess, which sucks. But that's where we're at. Triantos flies out to left. We're okay. I want to check on Ezekiel Tovar after this game. I want to see how he's been doing. Yeah, because I'm like, James Hicks is certainly a reliever. And then I look in the AI, moved him to a starter. It's interesting. I mean, hey, he's no hitting us. Come on, Jake, get PCA. He did. It looked a little bit shaky, but he got him. Santana. It's it to How You Lee. Easy throw. We're okay. All right, we've been no hit through the batting order. There we go. 2 on, 1 out. Wild pitch scores 1. We take those. Allen gets it through also. That should score the runner. That was a very delayed throw. I'm not going to question it. All right. 4-2. Colby flies out to right. That's not going to move anybody. That's Clark strikes out. All right. To the top of the 5th we go. I'm going to get Joey Broughton warming up, but I'd really like Yeager to give me some outs. And it gets late in the ground out. Hurts to pop up. Jake is 1 out away from salvaging this start. Let's see if he can get lean. Hits it up to center. Max is there. Got him. That's really good from Jake. And that's also why I don't love pulling starters that early. Because, I mean, he got clobbered in the first 2, but then gave me 3 shutout innings to help my bullpen. So we're going to have Joey come in for the 6th. And another error from Andahar. He is already at 5. He is at half of his season total a couple years ago. And the calendar just ticked over to April. Colby swallows that. So bases loaded. 2 outs. Here's Santana. Hits it up to left. Munoz is there and caught. All right. So the only damage the error did was to the pitch count, which isn't nothing. Andahar is on second. Charlie Hits it down the third base line. That'll score one. Condon has himself a nice double. Cut the lead to one. We're chipping away at the lead here. And we still only have 4 hits. Allen strikes out. Yeah, having Allen Ford next to Colby Turner in the lineup is just asking for back-to-back Ks. But man, when the power clicks, it clicks. Okay, let's get Gastelum warming up. I'd really like to only use 3 relievers in this game. There we go. Broughton gets Kurtz. Let's see if he can get lean. Bonk. Down he goes. All right. Can the bottom of my lineup do anything today? You know what? Max Clark is so fast, he forced the error there. That's my story. All right, Clark's on second. Here's Murrieta. There we go. Murrieta hits it up the middle. Max Clark in to score. Never mind, he stayed at third like a coward. No matter, though, as Munoz hits it all the way to the wall. That should score Max. Murrieta, if he's feeling brave, he does stay at third. All right, here we go. Go ahead runs at third. And Anthony Murphy hits it deep. Left field, gone. 3-run shot. His first home run this season, 402 feet to the fences. And there's still no outs as Andujar's walked. That is a rough stat line for Corniel. No outs, 3 hits, 3 runs. That'll mess with the season stats for a bit. Now how you Lee's walked. We're having a nice little time here. Condon goes down. Come on, Allen. Allen hits it deep to center. PCA goes back, and he's not going to get there. 3-run shot for the DH. We are now up 10-4, and OBS itself can't handle it. So I just see the drop frames number explode. Oh, boy. That is kind of funny. Colby Turner lines out route number 2. Swing and a miss from Max Clark. All right, well, we scored 7 runs that inning. That'll do. We're now up by 6. Just going to bring Gastelum in for the 8th. Clean from him. Anthony Murphy's on third. No extra insurance runs from me. As Andujar pops up foul. All right. Ideally, Gastelum can just give me the rest of this game. However, he is fatigued, and I feel like about to walk Leighton on 4 pitches. He did. All right. We're going to go to Kevin Teskey then. See if we can get 2 outs. Well, it's not great. Nick Kurtz hits a 3-run shot. All of a sudden, it is a save situation. I'm still going to leave Kevin in, though, to try to get these outs. Nick Lean, though, or excuse me, Justin Lean gets it down. Mendez hits it to first, second for 1, no throwback. So James Triantos with a chance to be a hero hits it a third to throw in time. Okay. Bullpen made it a bit scary there at the end. Gastelum does not have the prettiest ERA any of us have ever seen, but we get the win 10-7. Thrilling game, and I think a perfect one to end today's episode on. Very good. So we currently sit 10-5. We are atop the division. However, everyone's pretty close over here. Looking at it, I think since the season keeps starting so early, what I'll probably do is off stream, play through a couple series, and then we can get back. And then next episode, we'll finish up April and get into May, which May is it's gonna be a fun time. We face the Dodgers for the first time. We get four out of five divisional series in a row with the Dodgers, the Giants, the Padres. Actually, no, 5 out of 6. 5 out of 6 divisional series in May. Dodgers, Giants, Padres, Diamondbacks, Explorers. So the division is going to look a whole lot different after those set of games, I can imagine. But thank you all for watching as we get started with the final season of the series. So far, so good. We're 10-5. Let's see if we can keep it going through April. Thank you all for watching. See you next time.